Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Affordable Flyers. Midwest Aviation Expo just around the corner. Vickers Wave keeps making progress. Air Race Classic opens registration for spin-off competition. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to Airborne Affordable Flyers, our programming designed to help you get and stay in aviation as affordably as possible. Overseen by the editorial staff of the award-winning Sport Plane Resource Guide, we know well the challenges faced by today's sport flyers, and we're here to help you enjoy flying to the utmost. Let's get into today's stories. Midwest Aviation Expo just around the corner. The Aero-News crew is gearing up to cover next week's Midwest Aviation Expo. The 17th Annual Midwest Aviation Expo will be Thursday, September 4th through 6th at the Vernon Outland Airport in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Midwest Aviation Expo has been specifically organized to showcase the sport aviation industry, and they do it quite well, turning into one of our favorite annual events, affording one and all to see some of the latest LSA and other sport aircraft, as well as conduct a lot of demo rides and one-on-one conversations about the planes and products on display. Several seminars, accompanied by a really great little airport restaurant, keep things interesting when and if you need an airplane break for a few moments. The brainchild of airport boss Chris Collins, the expo is exceptionally well organized and free to all those who want to attend. If you have an aircraft you need info on, or a new product you'd like us to evaluate, be sure to let the ANN crew know, and we'll see if we can put it on our test list to get you expert info ASAP. We'll see you there. After the break, 2025 air race tickets marked down for double class drop.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. 2025 air race tickets marked down for double class drop. The Reno Air Racing Association is offering its apologies to fans for the double class withdrawal from this year's National Championship air races. This comes in the form of a 10% ticket refund on existing orders, a 10% price drop on all new tickets, and the option to seek a complete refund or deferral to 2026. The sport class was the first to remove its name from the competition, followed by the Unlimiteds. Icon founder Kirk Hawkins killed in wingsuit accident. Stian Strand, CEO of MTech Labs, has noted that Kirk Hawkins perished August 19th in a wingsuit accident, posting, quote, "I have devastating news to share. We lost Kirk, my close friend and partner at Icon Aircraft, to a wingsuit accident in Switzerland," end quote. Hawkins was the leading force behind the failed effort to develop an affordable amphibian LSA that came to be known as the Icon A5. It was promised to be available for what was ultimately an unrealistic price, though Icon went on to book hundreds of orders with a production rate and schedule that was never reached. Savvy Aviation releases GADFLY AI-driven engine analysis. Savvy Aviation, a prominent piston engine analysis and maintenance provider, announced the release of its new cutting-edge anomaly detection tool called GADFLY that uses AI to support and augment its expert human-led maintenance and diagnostics team. GADFLY is designed to assist analysts in identifying unusual engine behavior more quickly and accurately to enhance the company's expert analysis it's known for. EAA welcomes 5 inductees to the Sport Aviation Hall of Fame. EAA recently introduced the 2025 Sport Aviation Hall of Fame class. This year's inductees include Vic Syracuse, who enters the Home Builders Hall of Fame, Rob Holland, representing the International Aerobatic Club, Daryl Berry, owner of BMT Aviation and founding member of the Ridge Runner flight team on the Warbird side, Mark Holliday, who serves as the chief pilot of the Vintage Aero Flying Museum in Weld County, Colorado in the Vintage Aircraft Association Hall of Fame, and Dave Kronk in Ultralights. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Vickers Wave keeps making progress. With MOSAIC finally in the rearview mirror, a number of promising LSA and Sport Aviation projects are starting to emerge out of the darkness. One of the more interesting is the Vickers Wave, an all-composite amphibious pusher aircraft with side-by-side seating. The Vickers program shows promise. They've already set up an American organization to support U.S. birds. They indicate that their machine should be compatible with all the precepts of MOSAIC, and they've been undertaking an aggressive test and production program that is a little behind schedule. But unlike what we saw from the Icon program, these folks actually admit it. We've been watching it for quite a while, we like what we see, and are looking forward to seeing the vehicle get into production, which should be sometime in the next year. Wave cruises at 120 knots, offers a useful load of 750 pounds, and a range of 1,100 nautical miles. A BRS chute is standard gear. Power is provided by either a Rotax 915IS or 916IS. We're really looking forward to flying this bird. We'll keep you updated. After these messages, Air Race Classic opens registration for spin-off competition.
GADFLY USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, two-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low-maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Air Race Classic opens registration for spin-off competition. Organizers of the iconic annual Air Race Classic will soon be opening registration for their spin-off event called the Air Derby. This so-called twist-on tradition condenses the usual 4-day, 2,000-mile odyssey into a one-day exercise in precision, planning, and navigation. Registration opens September 1st, with flights allowed anytime between October 1st and 14th. Unlike the original event, it's open to both male and female pilots. Pilots design their own 5-leg routes. Each leg must run at least 65 nautical miles and include a mandatory landing point. Teams predict how long each segment will take, then try to fly as close to those estimates as possible. The winners are those who can plan, stick to the plan, and avoid excuses when the winds don't cooperate. For decades, the Air Race Classic has been exclusively female, but the Air Derby is open to men as well. There's a catch, though. Either the pilot or co-pilot still has to be a certificated female pilot or student pilot. Teams must have at least 2 people, with the pilot holding a sport pilot certificate or higher, and at least 50 hours of PIC time in the type of airplane flown. Student pilots can join in as long as they have the right endorsements and a flight instructor willing to sign off on the fun. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.